Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your February the 17th Spiritual Principle Day in a meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com, or you can leave a message down below in the comments. And as soon as I see it, I will respond to it. Okay, here we are, February 17th. Open-mindedness keeps us teachable. The principle of open-mindedness helps us to remain teachable and to look for teachers all around us. Living Clean, Chapter 5, Being a Parent. When we read Just for Today, as we do at many meetings, we're reminded to cultivate a better perspective on life. Open-mindedness is one of the keys to attaining this improved outlook. Without an open mind, we limit ourselves to what we already know. As one member pointed out, if I knew how to fix myself, why would I come to NA? Knowing we don't have all the answers can be a real asset. Such humility helps us to stay teachable. In addition to looking within, we can find lessons and teachers in our experience and all around. Desperation, no matter the degree, can be a teacher. It has a way of opening our minds to the possibilities recovery has in store. When we're open to finding teachers, we're quicker to detect life's guardrails and correct course to avoid some of the harshest lessons. When things don't go our way, open-mindedness helps us find opportunities to stretch ourselves. New ideals seem less like a personal attack and more like a chance to increase our understanding. Instead of avoiding criticism, we seek to learn from it without getting defensive. Once we stop using and lose the desire to use, the job of finding a new way to live is a lifelong project we chip away at each day. It takes on new meaning as we mature in recovery. The new way to live I found when I was 20 and new to NA would kill me today, one member shared with a wink. I need to be in bed by 10. Regardless of our preferred bedtime, it helps to remain open and teachable if we want to continue to learn and grow. Life never stops offering new lessons. Instead of resenting life's twists and turns, we try to focus on what we can discover about ourselves as we navigate them. I will stretch myself to consider perspectives that may be different from my own today. I will look at my challenges as opportunities for growth. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Open-mindedness keeps us teachable. It's important that with this principle of open-mindedness, that we remember that as things come up, and oftentimes not according to our wishes, if we have an open mind about them and life in general, we can be taught a lesson from whatever that situation is. That is what this meditation is talking about, is that life will often give us teachers if we're willing and open to being taught. This can fuel excitement for waking up every day and living life, no matter what comes your way. There is something that you can learn from every situation. I remember receiving a text from someone, and she said, I thought I had learned this lesson. I don't know why I'm still going through this. And my question was, what did you think you had learned? And when she went on to define what she thought she had learned, I was able to help her to understand. You had a desire to learn it so that you could stop going through it. However, your real life circumstances, your reality was that your maturity had not raised up to a point, to a level that you could embrace the actuality of this lesson that you were wanting to learn, which was that you needed to disconnect from that relationship completely and keep your hands out of trying to fix it. You weren't ready to do all of that. And so, not that you're relearning the lesson, the behavior of the individual hasn't changed. It hasn't changed at all. It's still the same person, the same behavior. But now you're looking back at all of the other times that came through, all of the other situations that passed through your life, your journey with them. And you said, I got the lesson, I'm done. The same thing I was just talking about in the Just for the Day meditation, being codependent, but you weren't ready. You weren't really open. You had an unrealistic expectation, because had it been realistic, you would have been able to put some things into place that would allow you to actually do the thing that you were saying you wanted to do. I'm hoping this makes sense, because spiritually speaking, a lot of us are not at the maturity level where we can actually embrace a certain learning opportunity. And so as things keep happening, we become frustrated with ourselves. But the answer to it is that we stay in prayer about it. Remember in step 6 and 7, we became entirely ready to have these character defects removed from us. 7, we humbly asked the God of our understanding to remove these shortcomings. The position is one of petitioning and prayer for help, not that you can do it on your own. And from every situation, allow yourself to be open to the lesson that it's going to bring. Doesn't mean that you're going to learn the lesson as quickly as you want, because every individual has their own process to go through. But the opportunity for learning is there. And as these things come up, you may find that what you're learning from it today is different than what you learned from it last year, or what you're going to learn from it in the future. But the goal is to remain open to being taught by it. The Spanish I learned in high school, and I took it every year that I was in high school, right? 4 years of Spanish was different than the 2 years I took it at the community college. My conversation quality is still not all that great because I'm not practicing it, but I learned more about the syntax of language in Spanish in community college than I did in high school. The more you mature and embrace, the more opportunity you will have for a larger capacity of learning. Just because you have a larger capacity of learning does not mean that you are going to always pass the test of what that information is. It just means you have the capacity. Stay open, people. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I want for you to have a beautiful day on purpose. I want you to give yourself room to being taught by opportunities, and give yourself room to grow within it. Don't expect perfection, just progress. Have a beautiful day on purpose, and I'll be talking to you tomorrow.